Welcome back to Out Loud. I am super excited about my next guest. Actually, this is probably one of my favorite shows because it is Super Black Girl Magic Night. So please welcome my friend Towanda Braxton, singer, actress, and TV personality to talk about the new season of Braxton Family Values. And we're going to get up in our business a little bit. Hello, Towanda.
Hi, my beautiful friend. Hey, Claudia girl.
Hey,
Hey,
you looking
girl.
good. You looking good and
Thank you.
very
Thank
glowy.
you. I am, I have a new skincare line.
Is that what it is?
Uh,
Because you're
Is
looking.
that and happiness? Is that and happiness? That's what it is.
Can y'all see your hand again, real quick?
But with this one? This
No,
hand?
no, no. That hand. Okay, what's going on over there?
Oh, right here. This right here.
Yeah,
This
what's
right
going on?
here. You talking about this right here?
I'm talking about
Oh
that
no,
right there.
it's just a ring that my honey bought for
That's
me.
not just a ring.
Yes it is.
Yeah, let me
It's a,
see it again. Okay.
uh-huh.
No, that's quality. That's not just a
Oh,
ring.
well, he got it from my favorite store, Tiffany, because it's my favorite store. And we went in there and I loved it. And then he surprised me with it.
So it's on. That's on your left hand, isn't it?
Because I have the perfect, I'm telling you, listen, you sound just like my sisters. Let me tell you something. You are for real, my sister Claudia, because what had happened was
Oh,
I
what
have
happened
the
was okay.
for real. I have the perfect try on finger because my ring finger is a 6 3/4. And
Mhm.
most of the rings, when you go into the store and you try them on, is 6 3/4. So it fit.
So
So
you're
you,
like a perfect engagement ring hand
I
model.
have the perfect try on amazing ring finger. See, me.
How long have you and your honey been together?
5 years. 5 years.
So
five
is
years.
that? Are you engaged? Is that an engagement ring?
No,
I
right? But
don't
trust
believe
me. Let
that.
me tell you something.
I don't believe it.
Claudia. Let me tell you. When he proposed to me, the world will know it. I'm telling you right now. The
Okay.
world is going to know it, and that's all I'm going to say. I'm gonna always say hashtag engage, and I'm going to get on y'all nerves. And as my good girlfriend, you can just tell me to shut up. But it's okay because that's all I'm going to say. Engage, hashtag
So will
engage.
you be one of those? My fiance. Will you be one of those?
No, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to say. Oh, no, I'm engaged. So you want, oh, what kind of wine do I want? I'm sorry, I'm engaged. That's going to be me.
Okay, but you are giving engagement vibes with
I am.
here.
Well, we're
But
together. You know what I mean? I have kids. He doesn't have kids. So my kids are his kids now. So we're definitely doing a blended family thing because my husband is not in the picture.
I like that term, husband.
Husband. I stole it from Trina. She
That's,
had two.
does your man want kids?
Huh?
Does your man want kids?
Yeah, I think he might want one. But I'm like, listen, I'm a woman of a particular age, so that means we have to kind of hurry up a little bit.
Right, right. Okay. Are you taking your folic acids and all that?
Girl, I just think I like practicing.
Oh,
You
okay.
know
So
what I
I'm
mean?
so how are you keeping it spicy during quarantine? We're all totally off script right now, but I like this.
Right. It is amazing. Uh, it's good. It's been pretty good. We listen. I just feel that when you are in a relationship and you're quarantining together, that it's important for you to have your own space. Even if you don't have a large space, you should communicate to say, "Hey, honey, I need the bedroom for about 2 hours by myself. I need some me time," and that way you'll be able to get along.
So that's a good tip, I think. So how are you holding up during the quarantine and your family? I mean, there's the crisis and there's the quarantine. So
Yeah. It's pretty good. My kids don't really come out of their rooms because they're teenagers now. But we had to have a conversation with my son. He's 14 years old. And before all of this has happened with Mr. George Floyd, God rest his soul, that I would tell my son, listen, you have to comply to the police officers. If they stop you from riding your bike, walking, or whatever the case may be, always say yes, sir, no, sir, and follow instructions. However, now I don't know what to tell my son because even George Floyd, he was following the instructions. He did everything that he was supposed to be doing. He complied, and they murdered him. So I don't know what to tell my son now.
what kind of anxiety does that give you? Because you're trying to give your son the best tools. He's 14.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times these police officers come, oh, he was so big. I thought he was older. And
Right.
they treat little kids like grown men. That's got to give you, how does that feel as a mom to not know the proper advice to give your son?
Scared, really scared because I just don't know what to say to him. And I don't want him to go out and do anything without a chaperone. I don't want him to, I want him to go with some of his friends so that he can have witnesses. It's just so scary. And I'm always telling him, make sure your phone is charged just in case there's an emergency. It's just, I'm always be afraid.
Seems like you gotta almost take the joy out of being a kid now to keep your kid alive.
And that is absolutely true. So, you got to make sure that you just keep them busy. My he's in football, which is a good thing. That keeps him busy, and I'm definitely going to continue with them, even though they were doing homeschooling. I'm going to always make sure that they have some more schooling during the summertime until it's time for school, just to keep their brains busy.
So you homeschool your son?
Yeah, well, I had to because they couldn't go back to school.
But before that, were you, or just during the quarantine?
No, just during the quarantine. But to me, that felt like forever. That felt like the whole school year, kind of, because I have a son and a daughter, and their personalities are a little different. So Brooke is my daughter. Brooke, she's 13, and her personality is a mixture of all of us. Can you imagine that? Like, what? Right.
So you got
right.
The Braxtons are known for personality, okay?
Right. And she has a piece of everybody. So I'm like, who are you going to be today? So, who are you going to be? You going to be Tony, Tracy, me, Tamar, Trina? She has a lot of Tamar, though.
Really?
She has a lot of Tamar.
So how has that been, being away from your sisters? Has it been a welcome relief, or is it difficult to not be spending time with them? Or do you do virtual meetings, Zoom? How do y'all stay in touch now?
We do a lot of Zoom calls, a lot of FaceTime calls. And now, we just figured out that you can do a FaceTime with everybody.
Really?
So, yes, we've learned how to do that. So that's been kind of good. I think it's bittersweet. I think that, there's some times that I miss being around all of my sisters. And then there's other times I'm like, this is a time for me to build on Towanda, to make sure that I create things and a legacy for my children.
Is it tough when you have, you come from a family, you're living your lives on camera, every little thing that happens on your show, I mean, it gets magnified when millions of people can talk about it and speak on it and express an opinion.
Right.
And trying to, is that frustrating, or did it help you?
Hell yes, frustrating. Can I say hell? Hell yes.
Yes.
Oh, I can't. Well, damn. Hell yeah, it's frustrating. Yes, it's frustrating because you have so many of those trolls out there with their own opinions of how they think you should have reacted, how they think you should have said, how they think you should have acted towards a sister. Oh, you're this, or you're that, or you're jealous. And I'm like, listen, what am I jealous? I'm trying to figure out what I'm jealous.
Because you know everybody. Like,
yes. Like, are you serious? I've known these people all my life. You just met them. How many years ago? So it's that. But then you kind of have to realize that some of those people are just I feel some of those people are planted sometimes. You know what I mean? But I also look at it like I'm helping some people along the way, because when I was going through my divorce and going through my separation and all that stuff, a lot of people told me that, hey, Towanda, thank you so much because you gave me the courage to move forward. Because a lot of times in relationships, we don't want to move forward because there's fear. And I can say for myself that that's why I stayed for so long, not only because of the kids, but because of the fear of the unknown of what's going to be on the other side.
And on top of that, especially now, especially women that are on reality TV, everyone is so judged on whether or not you can get a man, keep a man, and they act like that is your sole reason to be on this earth, is to have a man be somebody's wife or somebody's girlfriend. What a life than just being that. I think that's probably I think that makes some people stay in things and also rush to get into things to prove, I have a boyfriend, I have a husband.
Right. I'm like, see, it's not me. See, people like me. See. But let me tell you something amazing about my honey bunny. I've known him. He was one of the producers of the Braxton's albums back in the 90s.
Wow.
Right. So, and we liked each other. We used to kiss and grind a little bit, and we never went all the way. He didn't know me biblically, huh?
Don't you miss grinding? A good
grind. I still grind. I feel like I'm 13. Yes.
Grinding like that's business.
Yes. I'm telling you, girl. It
hey,
takes
we're gonna grind later on tonight. We're gonna grind later.
You gotta grind a little bit and then get into it. You know what I mean? You gotta do that a little bit. So yeah, we still grind a little bit, especially when we grind. So yeah, we've known each other forever and ever and ever. We liked each other. Like I said, we didn't know each other biblically, you know what I mean? Back in the day. And then we reconnected when I was going through my separation from my divorce in 2015. And now here we are. It's amazing.
So you seem very happy.
I am.
So were you always happy growing up in a house full of singers?
No, you're not always happy. Sometimes you want to tell people to shut up. You don't want to hear that all day long. Are you kidding? Shut up. Yes. Gets on your nerves after a while. Yeah, shut up.
I would think there'd be competition. Like, is there competition? Like, who's the best singer? And I'm better than you, or she? Is it that?
We don't inflict that on each other. I think there's outside influences that make others make them feel that they need to ask that question, if that makes sense to you.
The fans.
Right.
The fans.
Or not just fans. It could be exes,
Oh, okay. Are you giving us tea right now?
A little bit, but I have to tell you later. I don't want to get in trouble. I've had a good day today. Listen, I have been working on myself. Working on myself, friend. I've been working on myself, Jesus. Yes.
Is it hard to work on yourself, but we have this time to work on ourselves, right? What is it about yourself you feel like you need to work on?
One of the main things that I knew that I had to work on is not working and helping everybody else.
That's important. Black women always try to be superwomen, try to save the world.
I was helping everybody else, and then I got lost along the way. So, I'm looking at everybody else's situation, like, not that I'm looking on their grass and make sure that their grass is greener, but I'm looking at my life like, okay, I've helped this person, I've helped that person, I've supported this, and what do I have for myself? So this time I just had to make sure that I had to do something for me. So, and I had to hustle, and especially since Braxton Family Values has been on quarantine, since we've been on quarantine. So I had to figure out, what is it that I'm going to do? What is it that I absolutely love? And that's how I came up with Ladybug Skincare.
So I want to talk about the show, and I want to talk about the skincare line. So let's talk about the show before, and then I also definitely want to make sure we get into the skincare line.
Okay.
You guys been filming virtually? Have you stopped?
Listen, we've been trying to film virtually, but
hard, right?
It's extremely difficult because all of us, Claudia, all of our personalities. It's like everybody has something to say, and we don't. When it comes to sisters, you talk to hear each other, but you really don't talk to listen. You talk, and then you listen just to get your comments ready.
So you're really listening to just respond.
That's it.
Not to really listen. Okay, so what happened? So season 6, the show came to a sudden halt. Your family decided to just stop filming. What led to that? Was it a disagreement? Were y'all not getting along?
It was all of the above. First of all, it was just that last episode of season 6 was crazy. It was a mess, and I hated the way that I wish there was more that they would have added into it to explain a lot of different things. However, another part of it was when our niece passed away suddenly right after the airing of the last episode of Braxton Family Values. That
I'm sorry to hear that. We talked about that on the radio show I had, and I'm so sad. I'm so sorry about that.
Thank you. And this year was the first year anniversary, and that's closest that anyone has passed away in our family. You know what I mean? Like immediate, like nieces, nephews, like that. So that really took a toll because we didn't know that it was coming, of course, because it was a unfortunate situation. She was 24 years old. She was about to turn 25 in the next week or two. So that impacted the family a whole lot. But it brought us together. It made us understand that we definitely need to create boundaries. It was a lot of awarenesses like, hey, life is short. Again, we have to figure out what we're going to do moving forward as a family.
Okay, that's totally understandable. I mean, that would rock any family. Never mind doing it on television.
Yeah.
Who do you get along with the most of your sisters?
I think we all have seasons.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not seasons as you see on television, but seasons like, okay, I'm really, me and Tamar are clicking today, or clicking this month, or me and Tony are clicking this month, or me and Tracy or Trina. But I will say that me and Trina we're only 15 months apart. We're the closest in age in the family. So we're almost like twins. Like we think of like the things that she's establishing now in her businesses, like her candle line. I also wanted to do a candle line. I'm like, damn, we're thinking the same thing. But we respect each other to say, okay, Trina, that's what you want to do. Let's do. You go ahead and do that. I just think there's seasons. It's just seasons of it.
So okay, so it depends.
Yeah, it definitely depends.
Who's the most fun?
I would say between Trina and Tracy, but it's a combination, if you get what I mean. So it'd be me, Trina, Tracy, or Tracy and Trina, or me and Tracy, or me and Trina. You know what I mean? So it's like a combination of that.
Okay. You have no brothers, right? Do you have?
I have one brother, and that's the one whose daughter passed away. He was the only. Yeah. He has girls, and I have a girl. That's it.
I feel he had to go through a lot in a house full of women.
Okay. No, well, my brother drove us crazy. If we had, let me tell you something, Claudia. If we had guests, like guys coming over, my brother would do crazy stuff. Like he would leave the bathroom with a piece of toilet paper hanging out of his pants and put chocolate on it and pretend that he boo-booed on it. He did some crazy stuff just to embarrass us. Like all the time, my brother used to embarrass us. All the time. He used to make bread sandwiches to pretend that we didn't have no money for meat. He did a lot of crazy stuff.
That sounds kind of fun, though.
Well, yeah, we have fun in the house.
Though, a little bit. I'm kind of like with the shits a little bit.
See what I'm saying? So you drove your brother crazy.
Me? No.
Of course you did. Of course.
That was a great big sister.
Of course.
So hey, let's talk about that glowy skin. I know it's part of happiness, but it's part of your skincare line.
It is.
Ladybug Skincare. How did this come about, and where can we find it?
Okay, so I don't know if you know who Miss Charlotte Wilson is. She's like the skin god. She's in LA right now, and she does everybody's skin, like for real. Niecy Nash skin. She does everybody's goddamn.
And when you say does skin, she does facials.
She does everything. She's like an esthetician. She does everything, right? So I had skin envy when I saw Black China's skin, because Black China doesn't wear any makeup anymore.
Really?
Yes, girl, her skin is flawless. And I was like, Miss Charlotte, and she was like, I'm going to give you the VIP treatment. And I was like, cool. So when she gave me the whole facial, the whole VIP treatment, my face felt like it was having an orgasm. It was so happy, like for real. I was like, oh my God, I can have this all the time. And she was like, Tawanda, you're so funny. She was like, you have good skin, and I see that you're into skincare. So let's just collaborate and let's give you a skincare line. And I was like, for real? So I felt really honored. So that's how Ladybug Skincare came about.
You do. Like, I'm not just gassing you right now. Like, you look very glowy.
Thank you. Listen, this is the first time that I wore makeup in a couple of weeks, right? So even if you look at my page on Instagram, I don't wear makeup anymore. I just wear a lash, a brow, and some stain or a gloss on my lip, and that's it. I don't have to do
that all skincare. Your skincare.
Yes, I don't have to do anything else. That's it.
I'll have to check this out.
You're gonna have to, Claudia.
I gotta
DM me and I'll send you a package.
Say less.
Right.
Okay.
Girl, I got you, girl.
Listen, when you're in LA, you gotta come by the show. Like, I would love to have you on, and then we gotta go for drinks afterwards.
That's how we do. I would love that. Once all this is over, I would love to come out and hang out and have fun. I heard you tell Wendy that you were going to go to crustaceans. You love crustaceans?
I love crustaceans.
Dude, I love crustaceans. That garlic noodles, girl. That cracked crab. That cracked crab, girl. That cracked crab.
Garlic noodles.
Yes. And see, speaking of garlic noodles, since this quarantine, I gained about 20 pounds. Okay? About 20 pounds, and it all went to my butt and my gut. So
you look great though. Plus, you're happy.
I am. I'm very happy.
Before we let you go, because I definitely want to just show love and let people know what you're working on. Any acting projects you're working on? Music?
No
it's hard to
music,
point.
no music, no acting. And I heard that Wendy's class is going to start, so I will be going to Wendy's class. Wendy, yes, I will be coming to your class. So yeah, I'm trying to work out and just get my. It's just when you have your skin looking amazing and your body's right. I think those are the two things. You know what I mean? As women, like we feel great about ourselves when our hair is done, when our face is beautiful, and our bodies are right. So I also have a fitness app. Girl, I'm all over the place.
Got everything going on.
I do. I do. I just want my body to be right. I just want my body to be right and my face is tight. That's it.
Well, I'll let you go so you and your boyfriend can put in some work in that sexy little room you got going on.
Okay, but I'm gonna let you go ahead and get your grind on, girl. Because listen, I'm gonna DM you and tell you exactly how to grind a little bit. I think you forgot a little bit, friend. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna show you.
What's your social media so everybody can follow you and get your skincare?
You go to Towanda Braxton, and my skincare line is Ladybug Skincare.
I am so happy that we got reconnected because of
Girl,
us both
we
wanting
missed
to
it.
okay?
We're gonna talk about this over drinks, honey, because you're gonna fall out when I tell you exactly what had happened was.
I'm ready for it. I love a good tea session.
Right.
Okay. Okay, I'm inviting you back officially to the show when we're in the studio. So when we're both in LA, you are booked. Okay.
Okay, friend. Thanks, beautiful friend. I'm so proud of you, and I'm happy for you too.
Likewise, and I always love your energy, Towanda. Like you have been since the moment I met you. You have been awesome and the same and consistent. And I just want to say I appreciate you. I really do.
Oh, thanks, Claudia.
Yeah.
You know how we do. We have to have the catch up though. We have to catch up.
I'm here for that too. Okay. Everybody, please follow my girl Towanda Braxton and her Ladybug skincare line. She is a beautiful person inside and out. And she deserves our support and Black business. We got to do that. We got to support our queens. Thank you so much. And I will see you soon. Everybody, stick around because the Mike and Donnie show is